This is Oba Babatunde from SWAT. What's taking you so long to get to us?
Hey guys, it's Lauren Yates from Rave It Up here. And today on our show, we have singer Nathan Foley back for the third time. You may remember him back in the day in Hi-5. But if you've watched our previous interviews, or if you're a fan of his, you would also know that he's been pursuing his own solo career for quite some time now. And he's just released an album called Hurricane. Go check it out now if you haven't already. It is an amazing collection of songs about love and loss. There's songs on there to inspire and help those in need, and also songs just to rock out to on the dance floor. Today we have a talk to him about some of the songs off that album in detail, as well as his single Strut, a sexual empowerment song about being your authentic self. There's so much to cover today, so let's get into it now. Before we get into today's interview, we would like to give a shout out to our Patreons, Irene, Bev, and Michael. If you haven't heard of Patreon before, it is a great way to support us and keep us running and improving. You pick a membership tier that suits you and your budget per month, and in return for supporting us, we'll give you behind-the-scenes content and free stuff. You don't have to give much either. You can be a part of our Patreons for as little as $4 a month. Just visit patreon.com/raveitup. You can even donate through PayPal if you don't trust other sites. You can do so just through our email, raveituptv@gmail.com. Nathan, welcome back to Rave It Up. It is a pleasure to have you on the show again. How are you going today?
I know. It feels like it was yesterday, but it's been like, what, a couple of years now?
Well, I had a little look. It was only last year, believe it or not.
Oh, was it?
And then
Oh, wow.
the time before that was 2020. So we've done 2020, 2021, and now 2022. We're just going to do every single year, all right?
Why not? It's good to catch up, see what's going down in life,
A lot can happen in the life of Nathan Foley, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. Even this morning with your whole family. It's like,
yes.
Gotta
Clean up before the clean up the room a little bit. So hopefully nothing.
It looks good.
Yeah, okay. All right. Good.
Looks good. Yeah. To just stay in the frame.
All right. Okay.
But congratulations on your new album, Hurricane. Everyone go check it out now. You can stream it, check it out on YouTube, everything like that. You did hold your album launch at the Vanguard in September. I am so sorry I wasn't there. I didn't even know about it till after it happened.
Terrible behavior.
You know I'd be there to support you otherwise.
I know. That's okay. You got next time.
Yeah, exactly. Next album, you got to let me know, all right?
Yeah.
How did the night all go for you? Is it everything you actually wanted and anticipated?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was just. I mean, I've been doing this for so long now, but it's been a long time that I've actually gone out there with a band and performed my own music. So it's a very different sort of feel when you're doing cover songs of someone else, as opposed to doing your own original music, because it's that obviously. I wouldn't say I was nervous, but there's obviously a little bit of that fear factor going. Are they going to appreciate these songs? They've never heard them before. Are they going to love them? Are they going to dance along with them? And they all did. After like second, third chorus, they were singing along and dancing, and it was really, really warm reception. There was people there that I knew, obviously, but there was a lot of people that I didn't know as well. So it was great to see them up and about and enjoying the songs, and the band was rocking, and it was a really, really great night.
I'm sure there's that added pressure, as you just said. They're brand new songs, but you really get to figure out whether people like them before they go out to the public, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, live is always been my forte. It's been the thing that I love the most. That instant energy from the crowd, and that seeing their faces and the audience dancing or singing along. I mean, obviously, being in the studio recording is a different thing. You're singing your songs, and you're by yourself. And you're like, oh, are these going okay? You just don't know until you get that instant gratification back from an audience.
Yeah, because you got a bit of a biased opinion, don't you? Like, yeah, I love this is my baby, but does everyone else like it?
Exactly, because obviously I've been sitting on the album for most of it for 2 years now, because everything was we were locked down. We were held back from releasing the album, and I changed the album anyway. I rewrote 80-90% of the album because I got bored with it. So things, as a writer, as a songwriter, you're consistently coming up with new ideas and changing things all the time. So what I wrote about 2 years ago was obviously like, oh yeah, that's so 2 years ago now. I wanted to, I had new experiences. I had new influences in my life. So I just went, you know what? No, I'm going to rewrite this, and I'm happy I did. But yeah, you do. You sit on a song for so long, you get so used to it. But seeing the reaction of someone hearing it for the first time is a totally different ball game. So that's, I guess, that in answer to your question. Yeah, the night went great, but it was that little bit of fear going, are they going to dig this? Is it going to be
Mm.
something, that they're going to like? But yeah, it all went really well.
You find it a bit of a blessing then that the album did get pushed back because you could rewrite a lot of stuff?
Yeah, look, I've always believed that things happen for a reason. I don't know what those reasons are, but I've always believed, things are supposed to be where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, not that the last album would have been terrible, but it just would have been a very different kind of path or different vision, different songs. But this one's turned out really energetic. It's like I was talking to someone the other day that said, "So how do you explain your album?" I said, "Well, you really can't. Like it's got pop, it's got rock, it's got soul, it's got ballad, it's got everything on there." Because obviously my influences. I was looking back at the albums like Prince, do his Purple Rain and Thriller, Michael Jackson, and some great rock albums as well, like In Excess's Kick. There was all like different sort of feel through the album. It wasn't all the same style, the same sound, the same everything. I wanted to have each song so individual that it will appeal to a larger genre of people. So someone that's like 15 years of age can go, "Oh, I love that song," or someone that's at 80 years old can go, "Oh, I love that song." You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
didn't want to sort of discriminate in the way that I did want to keep it very narrow-minded and with feels. I wanted to appeal to a large mass of different age groups.
Oh, that's something I love about it too. It's a collection of love and loss, and there's stuff to inspire, help those in need, as well as songs to go out on the dance floor and just rock out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all, and that's what I was trying to achieve, and I
Mm.
think I really did achieve it. Greg Haver, my producer of the album, he really listened, and I said, "Look, I don't want to follow trends. I want to get a whole plethora of melting pot of different music and put it together and come up with who I am. I don't." I'm not Harry Styles. I'm not Beyonce. I don't want to go out
Yet.
there and do Beyonce or do well. Yeah, well, not you know what I mean. It's not like I don't want to follow Harry Styles' style. I don't
Yeah.
want to follow Beyonce what she's doing in her production. I wanted to go back and go, well, this is I love live music. I love to hear a live drum kit. I love to hear live guitar. I want to hear that rock thing, but also have that pop essence as well with some of the synths and some of the programming as well. So something that's very mixed up. I'm very passionate about Loz, so I want to make sure that everything's in
Absolutely.
there that I love. So
It's something I love about you. You've got that passion for music and you can't wait to talk about it. And
yeah.
I do remember last time we spoke was just after your song Hurricane came out and also She
Yes.
Devil. So do you just love Hurricane so much and that's why you decided to name the album Hurricane?
I think the song at the time was very relevant, but I think it became even more relevant after lockdown and everything came about, and we all went back to normality. Because, total honesty, total transparency, I was lost. I was still lost that last couple of years, being stopped doing what I do. Being on
Mm.
stage. I've been doing this for 32 years now, so to be told that you cannot do what you do, you can't be on stage, you cannot sing, you cannot dance, you can't do this, and then coming back into it again, it was just like, oh damn, what? How do we do this again? There's gigs coming up, there's all these things. So I was so protected by my family, being in this little bubble, and I guess I can speak on behalf of a lot of the musicians and entertainers out there. We're in this little bubble where we had to go off and do other stuff to make ends meet and get our to just to wake up each day and then try and
Totally.
move forward.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was kind of one of those things. So it was mentally draining. Like I had good and bad days. So sometimes I was happy, sometimes I felt like absolute crap. And by the end of it, I was still trying to find my way. Even now, like everything's fantastic. The album's out, everything's going fantastically, but it's still going. Geez, how long is this going to last for? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like there's no guarantees anymore in this world. So in a way, I thought, what, Hurricane is very relevant today. Like I want a song to be out there, and it helps me, even though I wrote the bloody song. I listen to it and go, yeah, okay, cool. I need to be my own hurricane. I need to get out there and I need to push forward. I need to not give up. I need to never stop. This is what I do. This is what I love, and I want people out there, whatever form of work they do, whether it be sport or if they work in an office, you know what I mean? I need them to know that they are special and they can wake up in the morning and feel good about themselves and move forward in their life, no matter what hurdles that they all have to face.
And it's a strong word to put as the name of the album, right?
Absolutely, it speaks
Yeah.
for everything, and every song. I mean, there's other songs on there too that touch on the whole mental health thing, but most of them are just rock out, pop out, and have a bit of a boogie. But
Which we need to.
yeah, we do. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's the reason why I kept Hurricane on the album, because it's still such a special song and so relevant today.
absolutely. Do you have a favorite song off the album, or is that a bit of a hard question?
It's like asking someone who's your favorite child, and probably a lot of parents
Exactly.
would answer that. But
I'm sure you'll like have, maybe one favorite you love to perform live to. You have another one that you just loved recording in the studio.
hmm, they're all so different. I guess it depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Like Lemonade's a pretty cool song. It's a whole remnant of the old off the wall Michael Jackson kind of feel. It's got live horn
Get
section, and
that. Yeah.
but
My
then
favorite.
I've got a song called Fighter, which is a massive sports anthem. It's like kind of remnant of the old Eye of the Tiger kind of Survivor kind of feel. So it's a big chanting song, a big football song. So that's pretty cool. On my launch, I had everyone singing that along. Fighter, and whoa! Everyone was just singing along to the song. I was like, yeah! It just got a lot of energy. Um, Feel the Fire is another favorite of mine, I guess. I love that. It's one of the last ones on the album. It's kind of got a gospel rock feel through it, where it's got like a gospelly choir towards the end of it. But that's another song, touching on mental health, about just people just staying at home and just living in their own little shell and not going out and seeing the world. So yeah, I mean, it's all about I have my babies, but
Yeah.
I
You have
do
your
love them
select
all.
few favorites then.
Oh, it changes every day. It really does. It's like, oh yeah, cool. I'm digging this song today, and then again, I just don't listen to it sometimes. Like, oh, I'll give it a break. I'll listen to it later. It's like, yeah, yeah, cool. And then someone says, oh, I love this song in there. They love Midnight, which is another song in there. And I said, that's a really dark, dark song. That's like really dark. But I was like, cool. That help people get through things as well. But
You said something
yeah,
for everybody.
that's what I tried to achieve. So
Yeah, good for you.
hopefully people love it. But yeah,
There is
everyone's
one
got
on there
different
as
views.
well called First Last Kiss. Why did you decide to use that phrase instead of last first kiss, like a lot of other people do use?
Because it
Want to
kind
be
of means the
unique?
same. I just
Yeah.
want to be different. Yeah. So it just sounded nicer. It's like, he's like, to tell me something romantic. It's the last first kiss, or first last kiss sounded a bit more
Yeah.
romantic. So just a nicer title. I wanted to say first instead of last.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, I wanted to write a song that people could perform at their weddings or play at their weddings or anything like that. So I didn't want it to be all disastrous and
Oh,
downtrodden with lyrically. So I thought, I wanted to write a couple of songs on there as well, that, because there's people out there that are in love,
hmm.
or finding new love. And that's the exciting part, exciting journey to take as well, finding new love. So first last kiss is meeting that ideal person and going, you know what, this is the last person that I want to kiss for the rest of my life. You know,
Absolutely. Oh, so cute. I'm sure your wife was a bit of inspiration for that, or whole inspiration.
yeah, geez, I've had some doozies in my life, but yeah, she's definitely the song.
She's the winner.
Yeah, sometimes that'll be the last kiss with that person. Yeah, that's not gonna happen again.
Yes.
But yeah, definitely for wifey. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you say 80% of the album you did write? What songs did you write solely yourself, or were they
I
all?
I wrote everything.
Oh, fantastic! I
Yeah,
love when people do that.
100%. And it's not. I do love a good collaboration, writing with people. But I think lockdown forced me just to do it on my own, and that's pretty much what I've done anyway. I've been writing songs since I was 10 years of age. So I was quite happy and content. I love to do it in my own time, and I love to listen to other people's views. So I'm not narcissistic or anything. I just wanted to sit down and write an album that was all completely from me and what I felt, and that's how it all came about. But yeah, definitely 100% all written by myself. I think I wrote about 50 or 60 tracks, and then just cut it down to 15, which got it cut down to 13 for the album. So
Wow, I don't know how you do that because you'd be just like, no, I want to put them all in.
oh, trust me, I did. I said, can we do like a triple album? And like
Yeah,
my record label, Antipodes Records, are like, no,
a
just
deluxe
yeah,
album.
yeah, 13 tracks. That'll do. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I want to put them all in, but it's on my babies. It's just like leaving your child at the hospital after birth.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do.
Hmm.
Not that
When
I've
do you
ever
think
done
the
that,
others will
but
be released as like, say, future albums or other singles?
never
Fingers
know. Or
crossed.
maybe an additional addition to this album. You never know. But I've
Hmm.
got another single coming out next month, I think. So, which I can't tell you about yet, but
That's right. You just have to come
it
back
will be.
on.
I know exactly. But yeah, no, it was a difficult decision to cut them all down. But because obviously you grow attached to the songs that you write as a songwriter, and you go, oh yeah, cool. I really want to say this, but then but I want to say that as well, and say this as well, and yeah, but you
Yeah.
have to be realistic. You can't have a triple album like I wanted to.
Yeah, because I think it would be a bit daunting for the fans. Like, oh my god, where do I
Oh
start? There's
yeah,
so many
yeah,
songs.
exactly. I've known a couple of musicians. Like there's a guy that this big American guitarist singer Richie Kotzen. He's incredible. He just turned 50 a couple of years ago, and he released an album called 50 with 50 tracks on it. I'm like,
Whoa.
damn. I said, take it off to this guy. He's a genius. So he's an absolute legend. But it's like great album. I thought I'm gonna hate some songs on this. There's got to be some filler tracks, but every single track on there was just phenomenal. So I think that's what gave me the idea. I write 50 or 60 tracks, but yeah, no, I didn't get them to be on the album.
50 tracks. That I don't know. I feel like that's too many, but
Yeah, exactly,
ooh, it
exactly. And I'm
goes
not
with
50.
the
I'm not even 50, so I'm not even there yet. So
on your 50th, maybe.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
quite a
got
way
time
away,
to
but
write them.
exactly.
Well, I did want to talk about Fighter a little bit more, because I wanted to know, what did you channel in yourself to get that song out? Because, it's really about fighting through tough times. And I'm sure in this sort of industry, you've definitely fought yourself through some hard times. And even we've talked about in previous interviews, kind of rebranding yourself from the Hi-5 days, things like that. Where did this all come from in you?
It has been bloody difficult. Like people are some terrible people out there, really terrible people, especially sometimes. And I'm not talking about all people. Like about 95%, no, 99% of people are very supportive of what I do. But there's that 1% where you just want to give them a good old backhand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a lot of there's a lot of trolls out there that they feel comfortable in the comfort of their own little home behind their own little computer or phone, and they just write nasty crap about people and celebrities and people that are trying to make something of their lives, people that are trying to go forward in their lives, which is totally against the whole mental health thing. These people are so bad, so evil, that they just put people down for no reason just to make themselves feel, you know, great and feel popular, I guess. It makes them feel good by putting others down. So I guess in a way, fighter has had a lot of different kind of meanings to me. Fighter in general is about getting out there and just moving forward, because I have been through a lot. I have been very typecast in Australia for my music. But the funny thing is about that is that these are people that have never seen me do my thing. They just have an initial thing. Oh, Nathan's releasing an album. Oh, is it kid stuff? Is it this? Is it
Ugh.
that? Oh, and they haven't even heard the album. They haven't even heard the song. So it's quite interesting how people can make judgment and make comments on things that they don't have any knowledge of. So I've sort of made that a lesson in my life. Even if someone comes up to me and says, "Oh, watch out for that person. That person's not very nice," I said, "Well, I'll take that as a first-hand information. I'll go over there and I'll meet this person and I'll judge that for myself. I've never taken third-hand information. I've never made judgment on anybody or put anyone down, especially online. For God's sake, I think it's really weak. So yeah, I call them trolls, and fighter is about fighting through adversity and getting through and just doing your thing. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of the skin you're in. Be proud to have ambition. Be proud to have passion driving your life. I have no time for these people, and I'm quite happy to say it to their face, not behind not behind a computer or a phone. So fight is about getting out there and doing your thing. Don't be afraid to make something of your life. And if people try and bring you down, just give them a backhand,
Mm.
metaphorically.
Metaphorically, yeah. Don't go out and slap people,
Yeah, you know
please.
what? Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah, that'll be quite quite terrible. You'd end up in jail and you'd be the bad person.
Yeah, but
But
good on you
give him
for
a metaphorical
releasing.
slap. So, you know,
Yeah. Send them the slap emoji.
yes.
No, good on you for releasing a song like that. And, really thank you for sharing your story too. I know it's sometimes for some people it's very difficult to do that. But as we said, you
Yeah.
got some awesome tracks on there to inspire and fight through and things like that. And another one is also your song Strut, which I am absolutely loving. I did not think you could do better than She Devil, but you just keep surprising me with your music. It's incredible.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, that's it's been a love and it's been a shock song, that one, because obviously the music videos on YouTube now, I think it's 200, over 250,000 views now, but there's people been
Woo!
watching them and going, oh my god, like this. And the people that haven't seen my stuff and have seen that for the first time, they go, this is different from Hi-5. I said, yeah. You think,
You
but
have
it's just like,
grown.
yeah, exactly. I'm a man, baby. It's like,
Yeah.
it's good to feel sexual and feel good in your skin, and that's what that song was all about. The same thing, just feeling good in your skin. Same thing, like people can be body shamed a lot, but it doesn't matter what size you are. It doesn't matter, what you look like, what where you come from. If you want to go out there and strut your stuff, bloody well do it. Go out there
Yeah.
and do your
You
thing,
got it,
baby.
flaunt it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, it was very.
Celebration of sexual empowerment. I love it. And being like
Oh
our
yeah,
authentic selves, as you've
that's
put
right.
online about the song. I love it. What brought this song on for you? Why did you feel like you needed to release a song about body positivity? I love it. And it's something I think that needs to be even done more in music, especially with how, when going back to the mental health things, a lot of
Mm.
people are struggling with that.
Yeah. I guess, there's same thing. If you look back at the 80s, even the 90s, like there was songs out there that were very sexual, very out there. Obviously, I wouldn't have gone down the line of writing a song that was demeaning to anybody. I didn't want to, that wasn't my intention at all, but it is a very sexy song lyrically. And I wanted to write a song that, have people comfortable about their sexuality, get out there and do their thing. Prince, for God's sake, he's he's a plethora of sexual songs and music. It was like, oh yeah, that's Prince. Prince can do it because that's Prince. It's like, but if someone else releases something like that, they're either classed as either sleazy, or if a girl releases a song, oh, that's just trashy. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Mm,
hell no. Let's
risky.
release a song out there. Yeah, exactly. Let's get it out there. It's very, to me, it's a very subtle song like this. I did not show any nipple. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, get out there and be sexy. It's a sexy song. It's a sexy rock pop song, and yeah, I feel very comfortable doing that. People go, "Oh, you're getting older," but it's like, who says there's an age limit on people feeling sexy?
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. So this was, you think, more for your fans? Do you think it was for yourself
yeah,
too? Have you
it's
ever
it's a bit of
struggled with
both.
that?
Like, yeah, exactly. Like I think, and I'll share this with you, talking about the trolls and stuff like that. It was, I think someone wrote on some social media thing when the video was up. They said, um, I think it was like, I won't word it for word, but it was just like, a man of his age should not be swiveling his hips the way he does, or dancing the way he does. It was a comment made about myself. I'm like, how old do you think I am? And how old do you think you have to stop before you stop dancing or feeling
Yeah.
sexy in yourself? It's like, but there's rules for some and then there's rules for others. It's like, well, Jennifer Lopez went out and did the Super Bowl, and she's like
Yeah.
way, way older than me, and she's swiveling sexy hips and going. And I thought, damn girl, go for it. Get out there and do
Yeah.
your
Look at
thing. Shake
Madonna.
those hips.
Not many people say bad stuff about her, and she's getting on with
Exactly.
age. Yeah.
Exactly. So, so I look at that comment, troll, just another one. So
Hey, if, as you said, if you feel great in yourself, just go out there. And you're still good
get out
looking,
there, do your
Nathan.
thing.
You still got a good
Oh,
body. I'm not
oh,
saying
sorry,
that in a
thank
creepy
you.
way, but go
No.
go flaunt it.
Oh Lord, that's so creepy. I'm gonna write it.
Take the compliments, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you feel good, I mean, even if I was like massive and ate a few pizzas too many sometimes, it's like, if I want to go out there and dance and strut my stuff and have a bit of fat jumping up and down, I'm gonna damn well do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Feel good
That's it.
within
Be
yourself.
sexy. If you feel sexy, go out there and you be sexy.
Absolutely. I love this song for that exact reason. Everybody should just, no matter what size you are, as you said, where you're from, anything like that, just go
Yeah,
out there and feel good in yourself. We're all
yeah,
made
exactly.
unique for a reason, right?
That's right. That's right.
Everyone should go check out the music video too on YouTube. As you said, so many views now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right at the beginning of the song, you're doing like this strut down the camera and the camera's following you. Was that a bit weird first up, or did you kind of just embrace it?
No, we had a great film crew, and the cameras I used were just incredible. I think they used it on the show Ozark as well. These cameras were just insane. But we had a massive crew there, and cameraman Bevan, he was just incredible. So they were just throwing ideas at me and throwing stuff. And yeah, cool. I was just there to concentrate on making sure that the song was fine and you know that was the message was getting across. But they had everything pat down, ready to go. They said, okay, we're going to pretty much make a catwalk. Diversity. I had different cast members with me as well, dancers who were from all walks of life, different sizes, different nationalities, different. You know, it was just incredible, and you know, out there strutting our stuff, you know, putting out the message that I was just explaining to. So, yeah, we thought, you know, we're created as a catwalk. That's a catwalk of life, strutting yourself down there. This is life. We're strutting out. We're getting through it, and this is the way we're going to do the song. And yeah, I was really happy with it. But yeah, I didn't know what it was going to look like until after it was edited. So. But when it came back, I'm like, damn, okay, yep, cool. I know what they were trying to achieve now.
Damn, I look good.
No, I didn't think that. Was like, damn, it was a good lighting.
Good lighting,
good camera angle. Yeah, you made things look better there, so it's good.
All about being confident in your own skin and just, you know, even if you didn't fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And even with the lighting as well, there's some cool colors. Was that just a white background and then the colors were being changed by the lights, or did you have a different background all the time?
It was all live, like as they shot it. Like there
That's
was a lighting
incredible.
guy that was changing the lights as it went. So he was insanely good as well. So yeah, it was not put in post or anything, but it was the way that he did it was incredible. So everyone on the team was just really beautiful as well, really great. They were all there for the same reason. They wanted it to look amazing, and they went way and beyond to make sure that they did.
Yeah, and fantastic dancers too, as you mentioned. 5 of them,
Yeah.
all different nationalities, and you had some really cool dance moves. Did you choreograph that yourself?
No. It was choreographed by a guy called Neil. He's just incredible. He's worked with Guy Sebastian and yeah, Neil Whitaker. He's just the nicest bloke you'll ever meet, and we got along great as well because he's got a 2-year-old son as well. So we're just talking.
Oh.
It's like we're talking about, yeah, we'll do the choreo. Make sure we do sharp here and do the. How's your son? Oh my god, yeah, he threw something down the stairs today. Like, oh, mine too. It was just one of those things. We had this fantastic connection, myself and Neil, and yeah, he's just way and beyond. Such a nice guy, but just an incredible choreographer and director.
Absolutely. And you even did the TikTok video too of the dance moves. I love it. Good on you.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it up, right? You gotta keep the dancing,
Yeah.
and then you'll be like the 90-year-old still dancing. I hope, because you got some good
Well,
moves.
if I'm still alive, yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, keep healthy, right? You just keep
Yeah,
going.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Oh, I have my splurges. I'm not gonna
Oh, don't
eat
we
salad
all?
and vegetables all my life, you know.
Still
I
need
like
to
good
enjoy
pizza.
life.
You know, everyone likes chocolate, yeah. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. Definitely me. I love chocolate. Ice cream.
Unless you're
yum.
lactose intolerant, but then you can. There's things for that now. You can go and buy lactose-free stuff. So
Yeah.
you know,
Vegan
we're all
ice
out there.
cream.
We can all have some chocolate. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need like sexy Latin dancers in the future, all right, let me know. I'm happy to help because I'm a Latin dancer myself.
Oh, really?
Just
There
in
you go.
case
I
you
didn't
didn't know that.
I did not know that about you. Good on
There
you.
you go. So if you ever need some
Yeah.
salsa or sexy bachata or something, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do those.
I wanted to ask you too, with that lyric in your song, you know, shake that sexy ass because it's coming home with me. I love that. Was that first written about your wife?
No, I think it was just a generalization. It was just because originally I wanted to write a sexy song, but then meaning came to it. So it's just like giving that individual confidence, you know. And
Mm,
so, and funnily enough, it comes across. It sounds like very sexual, like a one night stand kind of feel, but that's not how I intended to write it like that.
no.
It's just like, shake that sexy ass because it's coming home with me. So it's like you're good enough to come back. You know, let's come back to my place and have a party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was never about a one night stand, even though it sort of screams that. But yeah, definitely not. But it's
And if you feel
just
sexy, I guess you get to take your own sexy ass home in a weird way.
yeah, exactly.
You read it like that
getting
too?
getting back, get everyone there, get everyone differently, getting back to that house and having a party. That's what it's all about.
Mm. And I love on your, was it your Twitter, you wrote in your bio, it's time to live your best hashtag strut life. Let's get that trending,
Yeah,
guys. Hashtag
yeah,
strut life.
exactly. Strut life, strut life.
Uh, well, as many might know as well, you are a father now, as you've mentioned a couple of times. So, how did you have time writing this whole album while having a family? Because you said it got kind of pushed back a little bit. And what, your son is what, only 2 or 3 now?
He'll be three in December. Three
So,
in
was that
December.
kind of,
Yeah.
did you start writing just when he was still a baby?
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, that was the easy time. Now he's in the terrible twos. It's kind of like he's jumping all over us and everywhere now. So probably a little bit harder to write these days. But yeah, but no, he was fine. Like he was sort of that in that age group where it was just like he wandered out now and again, but he wasn't really interested. He just wanted to watch his cartoons and sleep most of the time. But now he's got energy to burn, and I think I'm getting paid back for being a hyperactive 2-year-old, 3-year-old that my parents told me as well. So yeah, we look
Yeah.
very similar to each other. There's this photo I took of him when I was 2, when he was 2, and not when I was 2, and we look like twins. I'm like, oh my god, he's going to cause terror. Like my parents told me that a lot of their friends said, oh, not to bring Nathan around to the house because I think I used to draw on people's walls and their lounges and just run amok. So yeah, so I'm getting paid back for that. I mean, he's not
Back,
a
yeah.
terrible kid. He's just doing his thing. He's just terrible
Yeah.
too. So he's just way too much energy
Lots
to
of
burn.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're being an incredible role model for him, not only for, being a role model of chasing your dreams and never giving up, but also being confident in yourself, right? So when he's older and he can't, maybe listens to this album, what do you hope he learns from it and gets out of it?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's all different messages in there. I want him to live his life to the fullest. I want him to experience things. I don't want him to stay in the same spot. I wanted him to travel the world and meet new people. But all in all, be a good person. Have a good attitude about life. I've always believed that you should respect anybody and everybody. Obviously, if they don't respect you, stay away from them.
Mm,
Because negative energy can bring you down. But I want to teach him from now. I want to be a good dad. It's very important to me. I don't think you should bring any child into this world unless you have the time to be there, physically and emotionally for your children. Talk to them,
absolutely agree.
guide them. There's I've seen parents out there that just have children for the sake of having children, and they just don't look after them. They don't raise them correctly. They just let them pretty much raise themselves, and these are the children that turn out the worst. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So I think it's good to be there for your child. Let them know that they're loved, that they're listened to, and make sure that you bring discipline into your household. Doesn't
yeah.
mean you give them that old backhand thing I was telling you about, but just discipline them. Just give them their boundaries so they know, because that's what society's all about. We do have boundaries, we do have rules. So um, not to the point of ridiculousness, obviously, in the household, but just let them know that when they're good, they're good. When they're bad, they have to be told they're bad. But just be present. Always be present
Yeah.
in a child's life. But yeah, answer to your question, yeah, I hope he listens to the album and goes, okay, I hope he doesn't go, oh damn, this is like really old dad. But it's just like, you wrote
Well,
about
music
sex.
does
Oh
come
my
back.
god. It's like, oh my god, you wrote this about mum, didn't you? Oh no, dad. No, it's like no, no.
Yuck.
But yeah,
With
look, I
the
just
other
want him to
songs,
be,
hopefully other stuff he gets out of it.
yeah, I want him to be a good man. That's what it comes down to. And because I've got friends of all ages. I've never limited myself to having friends around just my age group. I've got friends that are from teenagers right up to my neighbours nearly mid 90s now, and she's a really great
Wow.
friend of mine. So and you learn from people just by
Mm,
listening. It doesn't matter what age they are, you learn from people, and that will always improve your life and your attitude on life, and put you in the right direction.
absolutely. So, what type of parent are you? Are you kind of a bit of both, like the fun dad and the disciplinarian?
Yeah, a bit of both. Like mostly fun. I want him to have a fun time. That's what it's all about. I don't want him to feel ever scared or threatened if he's naughty or anything like that. But yeah, definitely. I mean, as I said, everyone children don't know their limits. They're just like, wow, they're out there, they're doing stuff, they're throwing things. So you got to let them know that's not right, mate. Because if you go to this person's place, they're not going to appreciate it as much. And once they
Yeah.
start going to school, they do something wrong. It's not going to be tolerated as much as what a parent will tolerate. So you just have to be got to be a fun dad and get him out there and enjoy life. But also give them a little bit of discipline as well.
Yeah, I love that. It's a good balance, isn't it? You got to have a bit of
Yeah,
both.
it
Yeah.
is all about balance. Absolutely.
Instead of it being like you're the fun dad and then your wife's the disciplinarian, like you got to have a bit of
Oh
both for
yeah,
both of
no,
you.
we definitely share it. Definitely share
Good,
the
yeah.
balance. Yeah.
Well, while I have you on as well today, I wanted to kind of go back and talk about your childhood before Hi-5 because I don't think I actually talked to you about this particular bit because I
Yep.
had a little bit of back read of your biography and I was like, wow, I think we did talk about you started singing at 10, but also when you were performing in, bands and clubs in Sydney, that you also were doing like a lot of jazz and soul and R&B and things, and pop and rock. But I want
Yeah.
to know now that you're, getting into your own solo career and loving it, is there anything in the pipeline for a bit more, jazz and soul as well?
Oh yeah, I'm obviously I do my own my original tour will be coming up in April, but obviously I'm doing cover gigs as well. You know, we all as musicians we all have to do that unless you like, you know, Ed Sheeran. But you know, we all have to get out there and work, obviously. So it's just one of those things. And yeah, I mean, I started my solo career when I was 10, and I never gave up on it. You know, I still do my gigs. I still do my rock and pop and soul and jazz gigs now and again. You know, because it's fun. You know,
Yes.
it's not all about just my originals for me. You know, I like to sing other people's songs as well, and same thing, cater to the masses and do what I do. But yeah, obviously there's things coming up in the pipeline and I'll be doing cover gigs and but my management at the moment is just focusing on my original work and my album and hopefully getting out to the world April May next year. That's when they're looking
Ooh.
at doing the tour. So we've got the New Zealand tours booked in April, and I think they're looking at Australia and Singapore because I
Ooh.
love Singapore, and Hi-5 was pretty massive over there. We used to tour there, so I thought, oh, I'd love to go back to Singapore. So yeah, no worries. So they're looking into that as well at the moment to book a couple of venues. But
Fantastic.
yeah, yeah. But no, I love doing cover gigs. It's fun, you know, especially sharing with friends or thing like that. But
Hmm.
yeah, I never gave up, and I've never stopped. Even the last 2 years of lockdown, you know, obviously financially it was draining, but you know, I still sat down and I wrote the album. So I guess that's still the creative process and still being in the industry. But yeah, no, I just keep doing what I do.
Oh, I love
Never,
jazz.
never
So
say
if you've
never.
got anything in the
Oh
pipeline
yeah,
for that, you let me know.
yeah, for sure. No, I love it. Yeah, I do all the old school stuff. And, you know, I've done the Sammy Davis and Frank Sinatra and Bobby Darin, and I've done all the old school Nat King Cole, and I love all that kind of music. That music's very dear to my heart because it was exposed to me from my parents, handed down from my grandparents as well. So I love Nat King Cole. I just love the timbres in his voice and the songs and the strings and
Mm.
those big orchestral songs. It's just another part of me. So yeah, it's just look. I think being an Australian entertainer, you have to be diverse, Losley. You can't just go, I'm going to stick to doing that style. You know
Just
what I mean?
pop. Yeah.
Yeah, or just rock or just that, which is strange because that's the way that the industry kind of leads. Like
Mm.
even the radio stations are like, oh, they've got primarily a pop station, primarily a rock station. But in America, they've got diverse stations. They've got so many different ones. They cater for the country and the rock and the pop and the mix and everything like that. So yeah, I mean that's another thing that I'm doing for my son. Like I'm exposing him to all the great music from Nat King Cole, right to Stevie Wonder, Richard Marx, John Farnham. You know, God, I was
Good.
watching an interview with him the other day with Ray Martin. It's just like, oh my God, what a talent! And you just don't get exposed to these amazing artists anymore. You know,
Mm.
this all sounds the same to me. Well, just like, that sounds like a really old comment, doesn't it? This all sounds the same to me.
That's
It
not
doesn't.
music.
That's not music. I know, but it's true. Hey, like it's
It
just. I
is.
think. I think. You get a hit on the station, and they go. I think another producer goes, "Oh, we're going to write a song similar to that one with the same kind of production, just so we can get in there." But it's just like it feels like it's just a big gravy train of, um, you know, pop blarness. There you go.
Mm.
That's a new sentence. Pop blarness. So yeah,
True
anyone
though.
that
It's
wants to
kind of
listen
what
to
you've.
my album, it's not pop blarness. It
No.
is. We're going back to basics. We get
Well, it's
good
true though. You
melodies and
listen to, the radio, and that's all you hear is just the pop blindness, as you said.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you listen to artists back, even in the '90s and stuff. You're like, oh, that's this person. Oh, yeah, it's definitely that person. I go, is that this person, or that sounds like that person, though they sound exactly the same vocally
Mm,
and production wise and stuff. So I feel sorry for a lot of the younger people growing up. They're if their parents don't expose them to everything musically, or even everything in movies. I'm a massive movie buff. If you don't expose them to them, then they're not going to expand their minds. So
yeah, absolutely. But you're doing it, so good job.
yeah, well, see how we go.
And
I'm
good
rattler.
luck with the rest of it too. Yeah.
Thanks, boss. I'm a rattler. I'll just keep talking.
No, no, no. I'm happy. That's why I love having you on the show. You give us some real gold. But good luck with the rest of, the album success, and please keep me up to date with the tour, all right? I definitely want to come and check
I
you out
definitely
when
will.
you do a show in Sydney, because I
Yes.
cannot believe for like the 2-3 years I've known you, I still haven't seen you live.
I know. I know.
It's
Just
sad.
like I know. Next
It's
time
on the
we'll definitely
to-do
see a
list
show.
though. Yeah, next
Yeah.
year, April,
Yeah.
May. Keep me up to date, all right? Message me. But before we go, remind our audience where we can go follow you and also check out the album and probably buy tickets in the future.
Sure. Well, everything's on my website, nathanfoley.com. But if you're on Spotify, my album's there. My album's called Hurricane. You can go to Apple Music. And if you do want to, I still love the hard copies of stuff. Like I've got vinyl records and CDs.
Me too.
I've even got cassette tapes. How crazy is that? I
Wow.
know. No way. It's only because I've
What
kept
are
them.
they?
I know. I says, what's a cassette? Anyway, so if they really want, I do have CDs of my album Hurricane. If they do want a CD, they can go and order one, and they can order merchandise. I've got T-shirts as well off my website, nathanfoley.com, if they want a hard copy of the album. And you're still in still got a CD player in the car. This is the perfect car album. Just
Oh,
crank it up.
definitely.
Yeah,
The car jam out album.
yeah, exactly.
And sing along album. There's ones in there to
Yeah,
sing along
well,
to and cry your heart out to as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show again, Nathan. Is there anything today that we didn't cover or talk about that you'd love to talk about?
No, I think
We
that's
covered a lot.
everything. I just for those out there that are still following and appreciating my music, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, and yeah, it does not go unnoticed. So I really do appreciate all your support after all these years.
Oh, and me too. I'm here for you, always a support. Just consider this your second home, all
Thank
right?
you.
Rave it up.
Thank you, Loz.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Let's keep in touch and hopefully have you on 2023.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe sooner, hopefully. We'll never know. We'll see how we go.
Who knows? You got another song coming out too, which we'll
I
keep an eye
do.
out, and I'll make sure
Yeah.
to share it on our Rave It Up Facebook page and everything too for you.
Yeah,
And our
sweetheart.
website.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye, Nathan. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's interview. If you'd like to check out any of our other interviews, please visit our website, raveituptv.com. And while you're there, please also check out our 2 books. One is right behind me called Knowing What I Know Now, as well as a mini ebook that I wrote last year called Staying Strong, Finding Inner Peace During Hard Times. And if you'd like to further support us here at Rave It Up, please also visit patreon.com/Rave It Up. It's very, very easy. You can pick a membership tier that works with you and your budget for as little as $4 a month. And in return, you get free stuff and bonus content, including shout outs on this show. How cool is that? Please share it with your friends, and we always appreciate anything you can do to support us. But for now, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.